Dad Cam. 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 Dad Cam.
All right, got about a minute.
All right.
Dad Cam. Dad.
Dad Cam.
All right.
Dad Cam. 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 Dad Cam.
Man, that'll drive you crazy. I like that, though.
Dad Cam. Dad Cam. Dad Cam.
What's up, Captain Charlie?
Dad Cam.
Bayou Charter's in the house.
Dad Cam. Dad Cam. Dad Cam. Dad Cam.
I'm hearing that delay from your social media.
Probably because I got my phone on, too.
Dad Cam.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Here we go.
Dad Cam.
So I wanted to hear if the dad cam plays on the
Dad Cam.
What's cooking, GumboNation? You're listening to Mortgage Gumbo with Dwayne Stein right here on iHeartRadio. And I'm your host, Dwayne Stein, the Gulf South Mortgage Authority. If you want to join the show, 504-260-0995, or you can shoot an email to info@mortgagegumbo.com. On the show today, I love the month of February, and it's because for 5+ years now, the month of February has been Credit Awareness Month here at Mortgage Gumbo. Every show this week, now of course we do it throughout the year, but every show this month, we're going to be discussing credit. And today, we're going to bust out the credit wheel. And we're going to break down how your FICO score gets made. Your score that you have, how do you have it? I'm going to teach you how it breaks down, because now you'll be able to have an idea of what we could do to fix it. And we're going to give some tips and tricks and all that stuff over the next couple weeks. So lots of education and options today and this month. So set your VCR, because you won't want to miss all this stuff. And when I say lots, I mean a lot. It is Credit Awareness Month. And I'm your creditologist. See, credit doesn't scare me and my team like it does a lot of other schmuckatellis out there. It doesn't do it. So we're going to discuss that on the show today. We rolled it out last week, and wow, it's already on fire. So many people are already checking out. You already know where Snap, Send, and Save Dad Cam. You already know that you could go there to find out what your buying power is. You already know that you could go there to see, should I refinance, or what does the refinance do for me? But now we've added services. And if you click on that services tab, you can go there and get a free credit evaluation. You could go there if you're not sure, should I sell my house? Guess what? Go there, fill out the form, and I'll get somebody to reach out to you that can help you out. We had 3 of those this week. Just like, folks, just like in this mortgage, on the mortgage side, selling your home is not something you want to give to the cousin or the niece to give them a shot to see how they do. 2 of the 3 people had already met with realtors, and then they met with mine, and my folks can get them more money. One of them, before they even put it on the market, because of their network, they had somebody come in and make an offer over asking price by $15,000. See, that's the network that we're working through here at Mortgage Gumbo. So if you're thinking about listing your house, hey, go to Snap, Send, and Save Services, click on to sell or not to sell, and we'll get the right people in touch with you. The other thing also on there is what's my value? Go fill out that form, and I will send you an evaluation of your home. And hey, if there's some things you're not sure or you don't agree with, then guess what? You can update it. And then every month I'll send you updates on your home, because if you do decide, I want you to know where it's at. See, you have professionals like myself and people that are part of my Total Home Authority that are here ready to work for you during these times. And that's why we're there. Then also, hey, you go there. You can also click on, you can join the GumboNation. That is where everything happens. Captain Charlie's out fishing this morning, but just so you know, Bayou Charters Captain Charlie Thomason, 4 trips this year. 4 trips. He's such a huge fan of the GumboNation. We're going to have one lucky member of the Facebook group, the GumboNation Facebook group. Each quarter is going to win a guided fishing trip with Captain Charlie Thomason of Bayou Charters. Go check out his Facebook page. You want to see what kind of things he's doing. He's won the World Cup red fishing. So this isn't me in a flatboat and I'm going to take you out and go, hey, we get to go fishing. You're going out with a professional. It's going to be lifetime memory for you. And that's just some of the things we've got. We're working with Tito's on some giveaways. All the other Total Home Authority members are putting some packages together as well. It's just going to be dandy all year long. That is the place to go. My goal is to have you know that if you're on social media, the GumboNation Facebook group is where you need to be. And then SnapSendAndSave.com has all the answers that you need. There's even a kids section. It's chilly outside today. Go to Snap, Send, and Save Services, click on Kids Corner, and print out some coloring books. Mortgage Gumbo's got their own coloring book. And then we're also coming up with, we're putting together a budget in there so you can teach the kids about money. Might have to throw like Bitcoin or something like that in there, but it's going to be good stuff. So today, again, our main topic's credit. It's Credit Awareness Month. How the heck do we get your FICO score? Here's a Snap, Send, and Save success story, okay? Young man buyer for a national company. Dad is a listener of the show. And look, the GumboNation is growing. I've got the numbers to prove it. And it's because of the listeners looking out going, hey, everybody wants to have somebody, right? So if you're listening, guess what? Go tell somebody about Mortgage Gumbo. You have a mortgage guy. I'm yours, whether we've met or not. Because a dad checking out the show, the son was calling around going, hey, what are rates? Already under contract, so he's kind of working backwards. If you listen to the show, you're aware of that, right? He's kind of working backwards there. Calls the show, hey, what are your rates? 30-year, 20% down, this and that. And I said, well, what kind of rates are you getting? Well, they're all over the place. I said, here's why, bro. You got no skin in the game. So after we chatted for a few minutes, I said, well, why are you putting down 20%? Well, you know, I have the money. I said, how'd you get the money? Bank of mom and dad? And he said, no, my hard-earned money. And I quote, hard. How many of us in our bank account have hard-earned money right now? So I said, go to Snap, Send, and Save. Fill out your information. Well, guess what we're doing for this young man now? 25 years old. Was about to take his life savings and put 20% down. And the dad said, call this guy. This kid's got a 790 FICO score. So now we're doing rural development. He's getting a lower rate with the rural development than he would with the conventional loan. And he's saving $40,000. Well, Dwayne, is the payment higher? Yep, it sure is. The payment's a little bit higher. But you know what the difference in the payment is versus that $40,000? It would have took him 22 years to make up that money. He'll be on his third house by then and still not have recouped his money. Do you know that the person you're talking to, are they looking out for you that way? Because everybody else was like, yeah, give me the 20%. Folks, I am a mortgage advisor. I'm a credit advisor. And some people know, look, when they call me, they're like, man, you kind of bring it. I'm like, yes, I'm very, very busy making dreams come true for people like you listening or like a family member of yours. So if you don't have any skin in the game and you're not serious about it, I got to move on. And everybody, I can't believe I'm talking to you. I didn't think I'd hear from the man. I didn't think this or that. Yeah. So let's move on. What's your questions? And let's figure it out. This is what I've been doing for 30 plus years. And I'm going to look out for you. And what have I told you? We're going to cover rates in the next section, the next segment. And you know what? It's ugly right now. But everybody keeps saying, it's, and I think I have found they who catches all the big fish, they who gets all the hot women, they who knows everything about everything. You know, you ask somebody a question and all they can say is, where'd you hear that? They. Well, I think I found they. And I'm going to strap them to the bottom of my car. So we never got to hear from them again. But you know what else, everybody? I'm starting to hear about this proverbial boat. Man, did I miss the boat on buying a home? Did I miss the boat on a refinance? No. It is what it is. What is your situation now? Yeah, are the rates higher than they were over the last 2 years? Yes, but did you miss a boat? Heck no. Not if you have somebody that's looking out for you and giving you the education and options that you need when it comes to your most valuable asset, your home. Folks, this is your home. And I'm on all these group pages, mortgage this and that. And what drives me bananas is that some of you are working with some of these nincompoops who got into this industry in the last 2-3 years. And all you see them doing is whining about, oh, my God, the rates. You know what? If somebody's just talking to you about an interest rate, you need to run from them. Because to me, your family's needs, presenting you with options, like I did for this young man, by able to get him a lower rate and not put 20%, see, that's more important than anything. As opposed to, hey, what are your rates on this? 2.5. No, they're not. Okay, 6. No, they're not. Okay, so somewhere in between there. Either way, I could fly a kite, right? So are you and realtors, this is for you as well, because this is your reputation online. I took 2 deals from banks this week, and you know what both of those people said? I'll never work with that realtor again. Why did she send me to them when you're able to do this? Your reputation's at stake as well, realtors. So be aware of that. On the other side of the break, his chariot, I can hear it. You hear me talk about him every week. The legend, the fence king, Dan Blanc, is coming on air. He's going to talk about some of the great things that he's got going on. Plus, we got Rate Watch and Set Your VCR. Showing my age. Set your VCR or put your phone up to the radio because it's Credit Awareness Month, and we're going to go through the credit wheel. You are listening to Mortgage Gumbo with Dwayne Stein right here on iHeartRadio. Join the show 504-260-0995. Dude, I woke up to that song this morning.
I heard you singing it during the break.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and you just only said the magic concealed in your
Yeah.
what the flip is that song? And then I'm like, oh, Silent Morning.
Yeah.
Like, I would suck at the game show, like if you have to name the song after lyrics, because I can't do that.
Yeah.
But like if you like that song, say
Right.
the next lyric, I would
Yeah.
I would crush it. Like I can name a song usually by like the first 3 or 4 notes. I'm like, oh yeah, that's such and such. But like,
Oh yeah, we got people on there saying my brother Steve Rippo, Richie Rip, saying love that song. Got somebody else on there, love that group back in the day. Yeah, I woke up to Silent Morning, and then right after that, Diamond Girls came on. It was like,
oh yeah.
all right, you got
we got Dan. We got
All right,
Dan
cool.
on the line too.
Yes, indeed. The magic concealed. Ooh, oh, Diamond Girl. I got so excited last week, Dave, listening to the music. I forgot our 7-second rule.
Oh crap,
Dude, so everything was like, you're in violation over in Yemen.
In Yemen.
Yeah, see, I don't know the words either, but like if somebody, like every client we get, we take their name and turn it into a song. And we've been doing that for years, and it's like good luck. Like if we can figure out a song for them, it's good, you know?
All right, 20 seconds.
All right. You come back with a little royalty?
Yeah.
All right. You're unbelievable. Welcome back. You're listening to Mortgage Gumbo with Dwayne Stein right here on iHeartRadio. If you want to join the show, 504-260-0995, or you can shoot an email to info@mortgagegumbo.com. On the show today, we're talking about credit. This entire month, it's Credit Awareness Month here at Mortgage Gumbo. So, look, the home away from the show is mortgagegumbo.com. Heck, you can even go to SnapSend and Save, SnapSendandSave.com. Click on Services to find our past shows. They're out there. You're going to want to get all this. We're going to be talking today about how do you get your FICO score. How does it break down? We're going to be sharing that. But first, you stop everything when there's royalty around. And he has been a member of the Total Home Authority forever. So many of you have said thank you for recommending this guy. And that he's an innovator. He is a pioneer. Hit it again, Dave. I'm not done. Yeah. Thank you. I mean, this man I could go on and on. I could do a show about him. But Dan Blanc is here. But on this show, he's affectionately known as the Fence King at Fence This Yard Dad Cam. Dan Blanc, welcome to the GumboNation and Mortgage Gumbo. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, man. Good morning.
Good morning, my man. I know you're rocking and rolling. I know you're up and about, always busy, whether it's chilly out there or not. I see your fleet, we'll call it a fleet, of trucks all over the city, everywhere, bro. With, what's crazy is with product, unlike some of these pretenders, right, who, you give them a drill and a shovel, and they call themselves fence folks. But for you to be the king, the Fence King, talk to me about, Dan, how long have you been in business, my man? And I know you've got several entities, but talk about how long you've been in business, man.
I've been in business just with the Fence King 23 years. So it's been great, man. We've been serving the North Shore, providing security and privacy to North Shore residents for 23 years now, man. It's incredible. I've got my kids working for me, my boys. I got one of my sons is in the office with me every day, and we're changing the way fencing's done on the North Shore.
You really are, and 23 years shows, and people know this out there. Look, New Orleans metro area, we don't have Fortune 500 companies, so we are a lot of everybody's kind of self-employed in one way, shape, or form, and for you to be doing this for 23 years shows just not just how good you are, but the quality of product that you put out there. So, I mean, look, I talk about it every week, how you are innovator. And, I remember when you came to me about these tropical storm fence-proof galvanized posts, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I said, all right, that's fine. I'll buy it. Put it up. Well, lo and behold, when Ida hit, the whole side that was galvanized posts, not a thing. The side that you said, dude, you're going cheap, and I didn't touch, was laying on the ground. So talk about how you, I don't want to say come up with, but, I mean, customer service is so important to you, which is why you've been around 23 years. I mean, man, you're the only guy out there that I know that offers a workmanship guarantee. So talk about the galvanized post and what made you sort of look at and go, I mean, outside of the obvious of us with hurricanes and tropical storm, kind of tell me what had you sort of look at that. And I know you're going to introduce today a whole new product line that you've got going. So kind of tell us about that, my man.
Well, I started getting involved with the AFA, the American Fence Association, and started seeing that they had these universities you could go to and learn more about fencing. So me and my son went to the first one, and then we started bringing our crew leaders with us, and we learned that, man, there's guys all around the country that are driving posts. They're not digging holes. They're not leaving dirt all in your yard to where you got to clean it up later, or your yard's being a casualty of this process. They're just going in, driving a post into the ground. And I'm like, this is amazing. We need to get on this. No one's doing this where we're at. We could literally change the way fencing's done. And then on top of that, couple it with a galvanized post that has a lifetime warranty and it's tropical storm force windproof. I mean, why wouldn't you buy this?
Right.
Why wouldn't you buy this? People were changing out fences every 12, 15 years. I got to get a new fence. Well, how about this? Why don't you let me come in and drive you a galvanized post that's going to be here forever? Then, in 12 or 15 years, when the wood's rotten and going away, we can just take everything off the post and put it all back in.
Yeah.
Look at all the money we're saving you.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
and it
so-
stays straight.
Yeah.
It don't rot, right? There's no, so, your fence doesn't wind up bowing, none of that stuff. I mean, it keeps it. What's so crazy is mine's almost a year old. This thing looks as new as when you put it in. I mean, the line, everything is so straight. It doesn't move. I don't have to worry about wobbling because you do drive it so deep into the ground. But what was even better was, and I know this is important because I've had this done at houses, and that's one of the biggest complaints people give to me is when you have fences put in, the yard's left in shambles. Not with you guys. There's no, I almost got to go hire a landscaper because my fence guy came. I mean, it's really.
It's unfortunate. It really is.
Yeah.
So these posts, what's so great about them is here on the North Shore, we have a drainage inspection and a lot of you real estate and contractors know this, real estate agents and stuff, that you have to have proper drainage for your property to get a permit for occupancy. Well, to do that, they have to put swales on the property lines in between the houses. So what we're finding is people are going, hey, I've got an area in my yard that is right down the middle of a swale, and I want to put a fence, but it's not going to last. Well, you know what? How about I come in with these galvanized posts, and we're not going 24 inches deep. We're going 40 inches deep, and we're driving them, and the water can sit in this swell all day long, and it's not going to rot your post.
No, that's good. That's amazing. That is amazing stuff there. And it's maintenance free, right? That's what I like about, and that's what I want to talk about with this next product because, and by the way, folks, Dan has financing as well he could do. So if you're sitting there going, I just don't have the money right now. I had to come up with a deductible. I had this. I had that. Call or visit fencethisyard.com and he has financing available. Find out what those plans are. But tell us about your new stuff because you're the king. The reason I love you is kind of like my landscaper guy. Hey, I want maintenance free. And that's what you're pretty much doing for folks. Tell us about these new fences that you're putting up as well.
Yeah, so we're carrying a line of aluminum it's probably, I would have to say, the best aluminum for residential on the market. It's an amazing stuff. It comes with a tough guard powder coating. And then on top of that, it's textured. So when you walk up to it, it's got that look and feel of that New Orleans wrought iron fence that you grew up with New Orleans looking at and seeing and your grandma and them had. It's amazing stuff, but it's maintenance free. It doesn't have to be cleaned. You got to wash it off every once in a while, but you don't have to get out there with a wire brush, get all the rust off, get it all painted. And this has a lifetime warranty, man. This stuff is amazing. It really is. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. I was up in Indiana at a ASA convention or show, and I found this stuff, and I was like, man, this is amazing. I mean, imagine what I could do with this in our market. So we jumped on and became a dealer, and we're the only one on the North Shore that offers it and has it.
Yeah, I think that, when you told me, hey, you got to see this stuff, and I came to one of your projects, I'm like, there's no way. And then you hold it, and it's durable. It looks amazing. I mean, it literally looks like wrought iron. I mean, it is just absolutely fantastic.
It is, man. When we go on an on-site consultation, we bring a sample of the stuff that we've been putting up for years and a sample of that stuff, and I just set them there, and I don't say anything. And the customer goes, man, I like that one.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, yeah, because we don't sell that one.
Yeah.
That's what my competition has. This is what we have.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah.
It's really amazing stuff, man. It really is. And then to couple that with, we have a lifetime workmanship warranty. And people are like, how can you offer a lifetime workmanship warranty? Well, when you're building fence according to ASTM standards, you can offer a lifetime workmanship warranty.
Yep.
Because there's a standard that we're going by. We're just not going by, Grandpa did it like this for 20, 30, 40 years. No, this is ASTM warranties. We're doing it like it's supposed to be done. So we can stand behind it with a lifetime workmanship warranty. Not only do we give that to you in writing, the sign that we put on your fence says Fence King, and at the bottom it says, do not remove. This is your warranty. So we're not telling you, yeah, you got a warranty, and 6 months, 9 months, a year from now, you're calling me up, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yep.
No. You got something to stand behind that you can take and say, hey, this guy said he was going to do this.
He's the man. He's the king. You don't just get that lightly. He's the fence king. Dan Blanc, fence king. Go to fencethisyard.com. The guy is amazing.
Hey, man.
Yep.
I appreciate you having me on.
No, bro, look,
Dwayne.
you are truly the man, bro, and I think what you do, your products, I love innovators, and you stand behind your stuff, and anybody that's offering a lifetime workmanship warranty, and then go see how, 23 years in the business, that's how he's able to do that. He's not going anywhere. So if you want options when it comes to your fence, and I tell you every week about this, and then I got to get to a break here, is the virtual fence designer. This dude, you could design your own stuff. No high-pressure sales. They got it figured out. Dan, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. You are the man. I appreciate the king. Total Home Authority member, Fence King Dan Blanc with us. Thank you so much. Hey, on the other side of the break, we're going to hit Rate Watch, and then we're getting into our topic. It's Credit Awareness Month. How does your FICO score? How do you get that score? How does it come into play? We're going to break that down. Go get a piece of paper and a pen ready, or a pencil, because it's game time. It's classes in session. You're listening to Mortgage Gumbo with Dwayne Stein right here on iHeartRadio, 504-260-0995. Johnny D! What's up, brother? Thank you, my man. My boy. He's Donnie D part of the GumboNation. Me know when that boy's taking over Baylor. I'm licensed in Texas. I'll hook him up. All right, Brother Dave, when we come back, I'm going to knock out
Rate Watch?
Yeah. The magic concealed in your...
All right, 30 seconds.
All right.
Hey, I'm gonna text you a name and number. She was on the way to a soccer game, but she wants to do a refi, so I got her number. I'll text it to you.
Thank you, brother. That is, yes. You're listening to Mortgage Gumbo with Dwayne Steiner right here on iHeartRadio 504-260-0995. Hey, I'm answering a email just now. Hey, where can I catch your past shows? MortgageGumbo.com and click on the show, or go to SnapSendAndSave.com, click on services, and click on past shows. Hey, let's jump into our weekly segment we like to call Rate Watch. Rate Watch is brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. It's America's first handcrafted vodka. Last week, 30-year, 3.69. This week, 30-year, 3.85. If I had hair, it'd be on fire. 15-year, 2.97. This week, 3.12 for a 15. So if you're calling me telling me, hey, you got a rate quote for 2.25, like somebody did last week, and you can't send me the one from October. FHA, 3.38 last week, 3.50. Jumbo, 3.35, 3.42. 5-1 ARM, 3.65, 3.68. VA, low threes to mid threes. I'm not going to do a whole bunch on rate because rate is what it is. We don't sell rate here. We sell needs. So if a number on a piece of paper is something that is keeping you from buying a house, putting yourself in a better financial situation, I'm probably not your guy anyway. Because I apologize that I probably care a little bit more about you, what direction you're going to go in for you and your family. So I'm probably going to want to know a little bit more about you than just throwing off a number on a piece of paper. And the only good thing I'll say about rates is this. As they go up, a lot of you have unfortunately had to work with schmuckatellis out there that are absolutely clueless, and they are going to go away sooner rather than later. Because a monkey could have sold 2% rates. Okay? Anybody could sell that. All right. Our topic this week, it is Credit Awareness Month here at Mortgage Gumbo. Okay, February. That's what we use it for. So we are going to be talking about credit every single show this month. We talk about it all year long. You can always ask any kind of questions or anything like that. So credit, let's face it, is right up there with air and water. Okay? Look, credit determines interest rate, right? While rate's not everything, it's important, right? So if you take care of your credit, I'd much rather you get 3.5 than 4.2. It determines loan programs, hey, insurance. So there's a lot. So that's why over the next two segments, get that piece of paper out. Get that pen out. Because what we're going to do is we're going to start learning you some stuff, okay? So, what is credit? Look, credit is a reminder of good and bad decisions that you've made throughout your life. Straight up. How many of you, and I'm raising my hand, I'll show you, cell phone company, I won't pay you. I remember when I graduated from Southeastern. I showed that electric company. You owe me for the last 3 months. I'm like, dude, I'm out of here. Well, didn't realize what that would do. Put me behind an 8 ball. So that's what credit is. It's a reminder of sort of the good and bad decisions that are made. So today, what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of let you look into my crystal ball, right? So we can as I break down credit scoring, so you can understand where that number comes from. It's simple. And there's a credit wheel. And look, if you're interested in getting a copy of the credit wheel and how it breaks down, shoot your name, phone number, and email to info@mortgagegumbo.com. If you're not sure, hey, you're looking at making a major purchase, purchasing a home or something like that shortly, but you're not sure, go to Snap, Send, and Save, click on Services, and click Credit Evaluator. Fill out some information. We have the ability here at Mortgage Gumbo. I've told you, we're not even mentioning those free credit places, credit, you know what, the purple cow, all that. We don't need them anymore. I can now run mortgage soft pulls. It's the same score you're going to get when you get mortgages. So get rid of the thought of, well, it's Credit Karma, so I know it's not the right score. We can help you with that. So draw a circle right now, and imagine when you draw that circle, draw a line from the 12 o'clock to the 20 after, right? So you should be a little bit south of 90 degrees. And in that, write payment history. And then put 35%. Now, again, shoot your name and email. If you're driving, I'm joking when I say draw, but if you want the credit wheel, I break it down. I have a copy you could get that will break it down for you. Plus, also, listen, go sign up. I do credit webinars every single month. Sign up for them. They're free. Realtors, you got some stale clients that maybe it was some credit, something couldn't get done? Reach out to me. Let's chat. I could probably get them handled. So 35%. So this is your largest piece of the pie, folks, and that's payment history. So listen, I truly believe, I don't believe there's anybody out there that says, you know what, I feel like missing payments today. I feel like getting credit and not paying my bills. So everybody, their intentions are there, right? But things happen. So naturally, you want to try to keep everything up to date. But when I'm talking about payment history, what they're looking at here is how many 30-day lates do you have, or 60-day lates, or 90-day lates, and so on. Okay? Or they're rolling 30, 60, and 90 days. Well, Dwayne, what is rolling? We're not talking about hanging out at the club. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. We are talking about, in other words, a rolling 30 is, let's say you're 30 days past due, and then you start to fall to 60 days past due. Well, before that 60th day, you make the 30-day payment, you're still past due for the new amount. That's a rolling 30. So on your credit, it's just going to keep showing that twos, which tells me, hey, that's a rolling 30-day. You haven't, since you fell behind, for some unknown reason, you haven't been able to bring it current. So that's what rolling means. Do you have judgments? Do you have liens? Any collections? Any bankruptcies? Chapter 7s, Chapter 13s. You know, these are things there. Do you have those things? And next week we're going to talk about collections and letting sleeping dogs lie. Because these credit repair and all these companies out there, one of the worst things they do for people is, oh, let's go pay off that collection. If it's over 2 years old, we're not touching it. But we'll get into more of that next week. But that is what is determined right there in your payment history. Are you paying on time, or how many 30, 60, 90s do you have? Any foreclosures? That's why sometimes, based on payment history, hey, I'm able to get credit up immediately. But sometimes because of payment history, because of those good or bad decisions, right, that we made when it comes to credit, we're unable to. Sometimes it just takes time. It just takes time. So, very basic. 35% of your credit is payment history. When we get back on the other side of the break, we're going to break down the remainder of the credit wheel. We're going to get into amount owed, length of credit history, new credit, and types of credit. It's Credit Awareness Month, and we're teaching you how your FICO score is determined. Hey, shoot me an email, info@mortgagegumbo.com. If you want to call me doing my day job, I am a mortgage advisor. I lend money. 504-207-7600. You're listening to Mortgage Gumbo with Dwayne Stein right here on iHeartRadio, 504-260-0995.
Just a little bit, you know what I'm looking for. Just a little bit more.
Man, it's crazy. There's actually people in the building right now. It's freaking me out. Right. A.D. Berry's coming in. He's got a remote while Wayne just dropped in because he's got a remote. And then Jay Nichols from YLD FM, long story short, back during the bloodbath 2 years ago. So he was gone. But then he just strolls in. I'm like, what? I'm like, we got people again?
Right.
It's usually so lonely in here.
Hey, as long as you don't see no big management, that's what you don't want to see on a Saturday when you're the only one in the building, right?
Yeah. It's always only just me, in a 3-story building.
Right.
Like, make that make sense.
The things you do to Brave so we can bring Mortgage Gumbo to people.
We could. Or we could bring people here to the station. We can do a Mortgage Gumbo tour of the facilities.
Hey,
We'd be like,
like
hello.
I like that.
They'd all have to wear masks and show their proof of vaccination because we're in New Orleans.
Right. But
here's where the infamous David D. Squared sits.
That's right.
This is the microphone he talks to Dwayne Stein in.
Here's all the millions of buttons.
Here's the stacks of wax, mounds of sound, all designed to get you down, putting some Motown in your town. Right here's where.
Wow.
Yeah, that's where I lay down the dirty beats. Yeah. I think the coffee kicked in.
Yeah.
All right, coming back in 30.
I like it.
Whoops, sorry.
All right.
When we get together, it just all works out.
We're back. You're listening to Mortgage Gumbo with Dwayne Stein right here on iHeartRadio, 504-260-0995. Got one segment left for you here. We are breaking down how is your FICO score obtained. What do you have to do to get your FICO score? If you want a copy of the credit wheel, send name, phone number, and email to info@mortgagegumbo.com. Info@mortgagegumbo.com. Folks, also don't forget to go check out snapsendandsave.com. Click on services. That's your one-stop shop for all your mortgage needs. You want to sell your house. You want to know what the value of your home is. Do you want to also, maybe get your credit looked at by a professional at no cost or obligation to you? Do you have some kids you need to keep them busy? It's cold outside today. Go print out some of those coloring book pages. All right, we're breaking down credit. We just discussed payment history. Now, we're going to get in. We've drawn that piece of pie, so now you're going to go from 20 after to basically 20 minutes till, from the 20 to the 40 on your clock. That is called amount owes. So if payment history is 35%, amount owed is 30%. Amount owes, let me put it more easily or where it makes more sense, it's credit utilization. How well do you manage your money? Right? How smart are you with your money? For example, hey, is your credit card limit $1,000 and you're always at 90% or over? Do you pay the minimum, but you're also paying an overage charge every single month? And maybe you're paying on time. That's going to have an effect. And we're going to cover this over the next couple of weeks, but one of the things that I always shoot for in this area is to maximize your score. You want to be at 30% or less. So on that same credit card that has $1,000 credit limit on it, you want to be at $300 or less to maximize your credit score. Now, everybody can't operate like that right away. So if that's the case, let's work in 10% increments. Okay? Now, did you go out? Did you just, put, $3,000 on a credit card because it's interest only? Well, that's going to have an effect on your score. If somebody pulls it during that time, or if it doesn't get paid, maybe it's the same as cash or something like that, that's going to have an effect. So, amount owed is huge, and this is the area, and we'll cover it next week, where I do a lot of my work, where I get credit scores up big time. You're going to want to make sure you listen to next week's show because I'm going to give you immediate tips so you can handle it without having to pay these goofy credit repair services. And with that said, listen, everybody should be doing credit monitoring, but not credit repair. Do not pay these people to do credit repair. Credit isn't something you can just sit back and hope it gets better, okay? That's why we're breaking down how your FICO score. I want to educate you. That's what today is about. Education, education, education. Now, length of credit history. This is your old versus new credit. How long have you had credit established? If you're a new college student and you're walking through the student union and everybody's throwing these credit cards at you because you get a T-shirt and a blanket, well, your credit score is probably not going to be as good as mom and dad who's got 15, 20 years of established credit, of showing how well they pay or don't pay, right? If they're not paying well, then it's a long time of length of credit along with bad payment history leads to poo-poo scores. So length of credit, old versus new. Again, next week we're going to show this is also where my team and I operate. Got somebody's score up. Somebody called me this week and said, you are a miracle worker. They did what I told them to do. And we'll talk about this next week. And their score went up 77 points because I showed them a trick here in length of credit history. But I want to make sure I'm getting all the credit wheel and you're walking away knowing how your score is determined. We'll do tips and tricks next week. Now you're going to draw. That was from the 40 to the 50. So now from 50 to 55 on your clock. You're going to write down. So length of credit history, to recap, is 15%. So far you got payment history is 35. Amount owed / credit utilization is 30. Length of credit history is 15. Now, new credit. This is 10%. Right? New credit. So this is your inquiries. But let me stop some of these schmuckatellis out there who tell you. If you're out looking for a mortgage, the credit bureaus know you're doing that. So those inquiries are not going to hurt you. Many times the score doesn't change at all because you're having your credit pulled by a mortgage lender within a 30 to 40-day period. I just want to be clear on that. Where the new credit comes back to bite you is at Christmas time, or you out shopping and you're going out and you're applying to get 10% off at every single store that you go to. Now that you just opened up a whole bunch of new debt and new credit. It's not even about the inquiries. People go, oh, well, I mean, I got 3 new inquiries. And you said it shouldn't affect your score. Okay. Well, what were those inquiries? Well, I went and got 3 new credit cards. Well, that's why your score is being affected. So new credit is 10% of your score. Then I want you to take from the 55 to the top of the hour. So now we've completed the circle. And the last 10% to give you 100% is types of credit. Secured versus unsecured. Installment versus revolving. Secured meaning, hey, it's got a term. There's an end to it. Right? Unsecured, usually if it's got a term, you're securing some kind of debt because, hey, you want to get your property back. Versus unsecured, which like an auto loan or your house, etc. Unsecured is your credit cards. So when you're looking at types of credit, what is your balance? What is your makeup, right? What does your credit balance look like? If you just have one auto that's 1 year old, well, that's not going to give you as strong of a score as if you have, say, an auto and 2 credit cards. Now, if you've got an auto that you paid off and maybe you just have a credit card that's a year old, well, that's going to be solid. You want to have a good mix. And here's what I'm going to tell you about credit cards. They get a bad rap because people don't know how to manage them. But revolving debt, when it comes to us improving your credit score, is your friend. I'm not telling you go out there because one of the things everybody says is, well, my score didn't go up. I was told to go out and get a secured credit card. Well, you already got 3 or 4 credit cards. So, of course, your score's not going to go up. Now you just added new debt, which affects your score, and you piled on to your type of debt, which is going to affect your score.
2 minutes.
That's why you've got to be working with someone that knows what they're doing, someone that knows how to educate you on this. Not that schmuckatelli, not that drunken uncle who doesn't own a home or who goes, man, I pay cash for everything. Let me tell you why. Now, folks, you have to have credit. Like I said earlier, it's right up there with air and water. So it's very, very important. So let's recap here. Your piece of the pie. And next week we're going to get into the tips and tricks. Payment history, 35%. Amount owed. Credit utilization, 30%. Length of credit history, 15%. New credit, 10%. And then types of credit, 10%.
1 minute.
Folks, if you want a copy of this credit wheel, just shoot name, phone number, and email to info@mortgagegumbo.com. I've already gotten about 15 requests, so we'll get those to you either over the weekend or first thing in the morning. Call me during the week if you want to chat, 504-207-7600. And I'm probably going to tell you, if you're trying to pump me for free info, I'm going to say, y'all know where I'm going to say it with me. Go to Snap, Send, and Save. What is it? Dadcam.
30.
Go to Snap, Send, and Save, Dadcam. Or the home away from the show, Mortgage Gumbo, Dadcam. Go join that Facebook GumboNation group page. It's where everything happens. Thank you for listening to Mortgage Gumbo with Dwayne Stein right here on iHeartRadio. Until next week, GumboNation! Stay warm and keep stirring the pot.
All righty then.
All righty.